Hello and welcome to This Date in History, also known as TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date on years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things that we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information comes from the smart device application Today in History, What Happened Today in History,
Historical calendar,
and the website onthisday.com. For links to those sources, the music, and anything else we gather throughout the show, check the description. Anyway, I am Alexander.
I am me.
And today is Sun's Day, also known as Sunday, April 10th, 2022. Why don't you start us off here?
In 428, Nestorius becomes the Patriarch of Constantinople 3 years. Later, he would be disposed due to alleged heresy.
Heresy?
Wow.
Heresy! In the name of the Emperor! Making a jump of time here into 837, which was 1,185 years ago, for anybody who's interested or curious. Halley's Comet made its closest approach to Earth at a distance equal to 0.0342 AU, which is astronomical units, which is equivalent to 5.1 million kilometers or 3.2 million miles. That doesn't sound like a lot, but yeah.
It is. Also, 1407 this is a use time skip. 615 years ago, Dinten Sipaka V Karmapa Lama. This is the Ming Dynasty capital in Nanjing. He is awarded the title Grand Treasurer Prince of Dharma.
At first I read that as diarrhea. I don't know why. I was just like, Great Prince of Diarrhea. Oh, God. Anyway, jumping up into 1500, Ludovico Sforza was captured by Swiss troops at Novra and was handed over to the French. Interesting.
The Prince of Diarrhea would be Montezuma. Montezuma.
Oh my God. That's right. Curse! Curse! I know exactly what you're referencing.
Revenge!
Revenge!
Yes. Also, 1500, which is 522 years ago. No, I already did it.
Yeah.
You already did it. 1547, 477 years ago, the settlement of Villa Imperial de Carlos V is now the city of Orsi in Bolivia. It's founded after the discovery of a huge silver deposit in the area. Ooh, that's hell.
Nice.
Also, silver deposit.
Mm-hmm. Jumping up into 1606, the Virginia Company of London was established by royal charter by James I of England with the purpose of establishing colonial settlements in North America. Here we go.
Yep. Also, 1710, which is 312 years ago, the Statute of Anne, the first law regulating copyright, comes into force in Great Britain.
The Statute of Anne. I have to look this up here. The Statute of Anne, known as the Copyright Act of 1710, was an act of the Parliament of Great Britain passed in 1710, which was the first statute to provide for copyright regulated by the government and courts rather than by private parties. Alright, so that's good. Yeah, you don't want private parties dictating copyright stuff. They can steal things. That's... yeah. Add this into the underbar for anybody interested. This is interesting. The first copyright laws. 7 years later, in the year 1717, Robert Walpole resigned from the British government, commencing the Whig split, which lasted until 1720. So a 3-year thing. And the Whig was a political party, the Whig Party. So,
yeah, the Whig. I know. Of them.
I want to get a powdered pompadour wig, you know? Look like the macaroni from that. Why not? I'm a glutton for headwear. So.
Alright then. Also, 1741, 281 years ago, the War of the Austrian Succession, Prussian gains control of the Silesia at the Battle of Wallywitz.
Uh-huh. In 1809, during the Napoleonic Wars, the War of the Fifth Coalition began when forces of the Austrian Empire invaded Bavaria.
In 1816, 260 years ago, the federal government of the United States approved the creation of the second bank of the United States. Wow, that was 206 years ago that they did that.
Yeah, and I think that's the one that Andrew Jackson eventually killed. I'm not sure though. I have to review that video I refer to all the time, the American Dream. Somehow we're going back into 1815. So I'm gonna have to move this here. The Mount Tambora volcano began a 3-month-long eruption lasting until July 15th. The eruption ultimately killed 71,000 people and affected the Earth's climate for the next 2 years. Holy crap!
God damn!
What happened in 1821?
In 1821, Patriarch Gregory V of Constantinople is hanged by the Ottoman government from the main gate of the Carthage. His body is thrown into the Bosphorus. Ooh.
Yeah, the Bosphorus. Yeah, the Bosphorus Strait. Damn. Jumping it up in 1858, after the original Big Ben, a 14.5-ton or 32,000-pound bell for the Palace of Westminster had cracked during testing. It was recast to the current 13.76 tons or 30,300 pounds bell by Whitechapel Bell Foundry. Interesting.
Damn.
Which
also, 1864, 156 years ago, Archduke Maximilian of Habsburg is proclaimed Emperor of Mexico during the French intervention in Mexico.
Those French and their emperors constantly. 2 years later, in 1866, the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, the ASPCA, was founded in New York City by Henry Burke. All right, interesting.
Yo, that is 156 years old?
Yeah, apparently. Happy birthday, Aspica.
Yeah, thanks to y'all, we have to hear that fucking Sarah McLachlan song.
In the arms of an angel, we're gonna play your heartstrings and show images of beaten dogs.
Every time I see that shit, I sound rude, but I want to eat a dog. Every time I see the commercial.
Dude, every time I see those stupid WWF things, it's like, oh, we gotta save the tigers. Fuck the tigers. You know, I hope they go extinct so you'll shut the hell up for once, you know?
Man, you want to kill the you want to save the tigers? Kill Carol Baskin.
Yeah.
And Joey Exotic.
Yeah. Seriously, I do want to save the tigers, but I'm so tired of these fucking commercials that, like, honestly, I'm more cheering that they do go extinct just to stop hearing these stupid commercials, you know? Like, I get it.
Man, you want to kill the tigers? You gotta do something to the poachers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, in 1868, at Argogi in Abyssinia, British and Indian forces defeated an army of Emperor Theodorus II. While 700 Ethiopians were killed and many more injured, only 2 British/Indian troops died. Hey.
Damn, man.
Damn. Well, you take the next two here.
In 1872, the first Arbor Day is celebrated in Nebraska. Damn.
Interesting.
Also, 1875, 174 years ago, in India, Arishama is founded in Mumbai by Swami Daradananda Sawatini to propagate his soul of social reform. Oh my God, that is not good.
In 1887, on Easter Sunday, Pope Leo the 13th authorized the establishment of the Catholic University of America. Interesting. So happy Easter, everybody! Even though yesterday is the day that Jesus resurrected, so.
It's the day he got crucified.
No, that was 3 days ago. That was Thursday.
Okay. Also, 1887. 1900s, 122 years ago, British suffered a sharp defeat by the Boers south of Bradford. 600 British troops are killed and wounded, and 800 taken prisoner.
About time the British lost. Jesus.
They already lost before.
Well, they need to lose more. So. Jumping up into 1912, the RMS Titanic set sail from Southampton, England on her maiden and only voyage. Oh, God, here we go. Oh, man. So,
it's actually beyond.
In a couple days, it's near, far, wherever you are. In a couple days here, we're going to be reporting on the sinking of that ship. So.
Yeah. Also, in 1906, Professional Golfers Association of America (PGA) is created in New York City.
Cool.
Wow.
The PGA.
It's 100 years old.
So not only the ASPCA, but the PGA. Interesting.
PTA, not PTA.
Yeah, I said PGA.
Okay.
And no, I'm not talking about a parent-teacher administration. Anyway, 3 years later, in the year 1919, the Mexican Revolution leader Emiliano Zapata was ambushed and shot, murdered, by government forces in Morelos. Oh, he was a revolutionary leader, so yeah, they assassinated. Was ambushed and assassinated via gun. Okay.
No, he just got shot with a load of semen.
That sounds like a very sticky situation. What happened in 1925?
1925, The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald is first published in New York City by Charles Schreber Sons.
Nice, The Great Gatsby. That's a good novel.
Yeah.
I gotta reread it again. I haven't done so since high school.
Leonardo DiCaprio in it.
Yeah. You know, holding up the wine glass, you know, or whatever.
Yeah.
1938, the 1938 German parliamentary election and referendum sought approval for a single list of Nazi candidates in the recent annexation of Austria. And this is just before the Second World War.
And remember, this happened 84 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, for anybody who's not familiar, go look it up, the pendulum theory, after the show preferably. But every 40 years we go from the worst of times to the best of times, and in 40 more years we go back. And look at what happened 80 years ago, and look what's going on today. You know? What happened in 1941?
In 1941, World War II, the Axis power established the independent state of Croatia.
Yeah, Croatia, yeah. 3 years later, in 1944, Rudolf Verba and Alfred Wetzler escaped from Birkenau death camp. Well, good.
Epic.
What?
Epic.
Yeah. Not as epic as that one we reported on where they stole an aircraft and flew off the island. That's a Hollywood style. Like, that actually happened. Oh my God.
Not just that, the person's personal fucking jet.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the prison warden's personal aircraft. That's bananas, dude. If that's not already a movie, it should be. You know?
No. Also, in 1963, 59 years ago, 129 American sailors died when a submarine USS Thresher sinks at sea. Oh my God, it's horrible.
Man. That sucks. 5 years after that, in 1968, the TEV Wahine, a New Zealand ferry, sunk in Wellington Harbour due to a fierce storm. It was the strongest winds ever in Wellington. Out of the 734 people on board, 53 of them died. Oh, that sucks. Stop overloading your ferries! Sorry.
And beware of storms, too.
Yeah.
If you gotta cancel that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Postpone it to clear weather.
Yeah.
Wherever you're waiting, wherever's waiting on the other side, just fucking wait.
Yeah. You know. Anyway, in 1970, Paul McCartney announced that he is leaving the Beatles for personal and professional reasons.
The Beatles sucked anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think they're overrated.
Yeah, they were okay. You know.
I never got into the Beatles.
Yeah. What happened in 1971?
In 1971, ping pong diplomacy in attempt to start relations with the United States and China hosted a table tennis team for a week-long visit. Oh, I know what happened. This was when Forrest Gump won.
Yeah, no, but yeah, like that actually is a real thing. Like not Forrest Gump, but But that's
I
funny.
know.
We used ping pong uh, to try to improve relations with China. Like, wow.
He did the same. He did the same thing,
Yep. Well,
and he
Forrest Gump is just a white supremacist plagiarism's wet dream. He took everything. Like he's the one who exposed the Watergate scandal. He's the one who taught Elvis how to dance. Like, are you kidding me?
how
Like,
how is he a white supremacist special? And his best friend was a black man.
uh, I don't know, dude. That was just a little bit of the
I know.
California in me getting out. So,
I know. No, he's like the most ultimate fucking liberal of all time.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
He fought for war.
Well, he was in a relationship with a slut who couldn't give him the time of day until she had AIDS and basically pawned off, her
Actually,
slut baby off on him.
Actually, I don't think so. The thing is, he didn't have AIDS. He had hepatitis.
Whatever it was. Keep in mind, she also was part of, like, the Black Panther Party, and they were, like, very hateful. So,
Yeah. But no, see, he's cool because
yeah.
all that shit. Even for the brown, for the board of education, he handed back a black student your book.
Yeah.
Like, here, you dropped this.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit he did, man. Like, damn,
Yeah.
this man didn't care at all.
Forrest Gump is a very interesting movie. I don't really know where to stand on it, because there's a lot of things in it that I don't agree with, but a lot of things in it I do. So,
Man, he fucking went back in war and helped his teammates.
yeah.
Or his squad.
Until something
saved
went
them
up
all.
and bit me. Anyway, in 1972, well, during the Vietnam conflict, for the first time since November 1967, U.S. B-52 bombers reportedly began bombing North Vietnam. Reportedly.
Damn.
Reportedly. I don't like that word, reportedly. So, what happened in 72?
Also in 1972, tombs containing bamboo slips among the Sun Tzu Arson War and Sun Bing lost military treasures are accidentally discovered by construction workers in Shandong.
Oh, wow.
Those are amazing finds, and
Wow. The art of war was a lost thing. I thought it was just something that was always known. But,
no, man, I think he took it to the grave with him.
oh, well, that makes sense. Anyway, 365 days later in 1973, Invicta International Airlines Flight 435 crashed in a snowstorm on approach to Basel, Switzerland, causing the deaths of 108 people. Not good. Another day,
Also,
another plane crash.
1973, 47 years ago, oh yeah, you did that. Also in 1973, Red River Valley tornado outbreaks. A tornado lands in Wichita Falls, Texas, killing 42 people.
Yeah. Not good. Moving on up into 1988, which was 34 years ago. The Ohiri camp explosion killed or injured more than 1,000 people in Rawalpindi and Islamabad, Pakistan.
And also in 1991, 31 years later. Yes, if you're born in 1991, you're officially 31 years old. Have fun with that.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm 4 years older than that. What are you talking about?
A rare tropical storm develops in the South Atlantic Ocean near Angola to be the first documented by satellite.
Oh, cool.
That's 31 years ago.
Yeah. Well, also 31 years ago, Italian ferry MS Moby Prince collided with an oil tanker in dense fog off Livorno, Italy, killing 140. Jesus.
Jesus Christ, indeed. Yes, it is. Also in 2009, 13 years ago, President of Fiji, Watu Joseph Ilio, announces the abolition of the Constitution and assumes all governance in the country, creating a constitutional crisis.
Essentially, he took over and became a dictator.
Yes.
Well, we skipped over one here in 1998, in which Good Friday Agreement was signed in Northern Ireland. And what is that? Let me look it up real quick. The Good Friday Agreement. No, wrong bar. This one. Under the agreement, the British and Irish governments committed to organizing referendums on the 22nd of May 1998 in Northern Ireland and the Republic, respectively. Interesting. Let's see here. It is a pair of agreements signed, that ended most of the violence of the Troubles, which was a political conflict in Northern Ireland that had ensued since the late 1960s. It was a major development in the Northern Ireland peace process of the 90s. Northern Ireland's present devolved system of government is based on the agreement. The agreement also created a number of institutions between Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland, and between the Republic of Ireland and the UK. Alright. That ended the Troubles, so that's really cool. 30 years. Started in the 60s, ended in the 90s. About 30 years, give or take. Anyway, what happened in 2010?
In 2010, Polish Air Force Tu-554 M crashed. 154 M crashed near Somalia, Russia, killing 96 people, including Polish President Lech Kaczynski and his wife and dozens of other senior officials and dignitaries. I'm about to say degenerates.
Well, they're politicians, so, potato, potato. But that's awful. Like, the president died? Oh, God, dude.
Poland.
Yeah. Poor Poland. Poland just never gets a break, do they? My dad and I were just talking about Poland. They got shafted. They got invaded by both, Nazi Germany and Soviet Russia in 1939. And then after the war, they just got turned over to the Soviets. So they just got screwed. Anyway, in 2016, an earthquake of 6.6 magnitude struck 39 kilometers west-southwest of Ashkazistan, shaking up India, Afghanistan, Tajikistan, Singapore, and Pakistan. Ay, ay, ay. That's a lot of things affected by a fairly significant size earthquake right there.
Damn right, man. Also, in 2016, the Para Temple incident, in which the devastating fire caused by the explosion of firecrackers stored for a feast, killed more than 100 people outside of thousands of gathered for the 7th day of Wakahara worship.
Oh, that sucks, dude. Like, at least they went out with a bang. That's awful. No, that was tasteless. I apologize. Anyway, 3 years later, in 2019, which was also 3 years ago, scientists from the Event Horizon Telescope project announced the first ever image of a black hole. Oh, wow! Which was located in the center of the M87 galaxy. So that was today.
Yeah, I remember seeing that shit. Oh my god.
Yeah. The great glowing space donut. But yeah. That was remarkable. Like people are so quick to mock that. It's like, bro, that is that is tangible evidence that black holes are no longer a theory, they're a fact. We have an image of them. That is an astounding breakthrough in science, and people just mocked it. And really made me weep for humanity. We are such a stupid race. It's ridiculous. Anyway, jumping on into before we go into bursts, any articles intrigue you other than 2019, of course?
I forgot. Let me go back and check.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple things that I know that were interesting. The ping pong, the table tennis thing in China.
Ping pong, yes. The ping pong one.
Yeah.
Paul McCarthy leaving the Beatles.
Well, who cares about Paul McCartney? The Great Gatsby.
Exactly.
The Great Gatsby was first published.
Great Gatsby?
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh.
if you think the people making fun of the black hole is something, here's something that will make you want to get more mad, get more disappointed. Other people who fucking make the fucking black hole, their fucking waifu.
Oh, Christ.
Yep, M. Michaelis.
Oh, God, why? Let's see here. Why? What the hell?
Yeah, exactly. If it ain't one thing, it's the fucking other. They turn it into a waifu.
The degeneracy of the human race further confounds me and makes me weep for our survival. But also, like the Titanic setting sail, the founding of the PGA, the ASPCA, you know?
Yeah, autumn.
Yeah. Arbor Day.
But remember, fuck society and fuck this world, man.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get into burst before I dwell on this waifu bullshit any longer. Why don't you start us off here?
Yeah, okay. Let me start it off. Let me get back to the thing.
Yeah.
Oops, nope, wrong one.
Just enjoying the
There you
tunes.
go. And 401, wait. Forget? How many fucking Theodoruses are there? And 401 Theodorus is second Roman Emperor.
Yeah. Dude, one hell of a time jump here. What is that? 1,250 years. We have, in 1651, Ehrenfried Walther von Tschirikautis, a German mathematician, physicist, and physician.
Yes. Also in 1956, Rene Lepine de Santa Claire, French-Canadian settler who founded Rimouski.
What is Rimouski? I think it's a city or a township. Wrong.
I think so.
This one. Rimouski.
Well, why
Yeah, it's a city in Quebec.
Well, why you do that? 1794, Matthew C. Perry, English Scottish American commander.
Yeah. Dang, Matthew Perry's been around forever, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
1829, William Booth was born on the state. He was an English minister who founded the Salvation Army. Nice. I go there all the time.
Also, 1847, Joseph Pulitzer, Hungarian-American journalist, publisher, and politician who founded the Pulitzer Inc.
Yep, and I believe that's where the Pulitzer Prize is derived from, too. 1889, Louis Rogier, a French philosopher from the Vienna Circle.
Nice. Also, 1901, Gahanaje Ram Sharada Gardil, Indian economist.
Yep. 9 years later, 1910, Margaret Clapp, U.S. scholar and academic.
1910, Paul Sweeney, U.S. economist and publisher who founded the Monthly Review. I'm about to say Motley.
Motley Review. The Motley Crew. 1912, Boris Kidrick, an Austrian-Slovenian politician who is the first Prime Minister of Slovenia.
Also, in 1914, Jack Badcock, Australian cricketer.
What an unfortunate last name.
Badcock.
1926, Junior Samples, a U.S. comedian, and his picture does look like what his name implies. He looks like a predator. So, and I'm not talking about the alien predator either.
Also, in 1930, Dolores Herrera, U.S. activist who co-founded the United Farm Workers.
Now, was that the one with Cesar Chavez? I don't know. Hugo Chavez, Cesar Chavez, I forgot which one. One of them's a terrorist.
No, I think Jesus Chavez, not Hugo Chavez. He's something else.
Yeah. Too many Chavezes. Anyway, also in 1930, Speedy Pansenen, a Finnish film director and producer, comedian, and inventor.
Also, 1933, Rokuzoki Iya, Japanese composer and author.
That's how you pronounce his last name. Yeah. I don't know. 1936, John Madden, U.S. football player, coach, and sportscaster. Football!
Football! Your game sucks because EA is an asshole.
Yeah. Same with FIFA.
Man, don't piss off the Spanish and Brazilian people.
Well, what are they gonna do? Throw bowls at me?
Also, 1942, Nick Austin, Moran, Canadian journalist and politician.
1949, Eric Troyer was born on the States. He is a U.S. singer, songwriter, keyboardist, and guitarist.
Then 1952, Masashi Sada, Japanese singer, lyricist, composer, novelist, actor, and producer.
That is one hell of a resume right there. That's 6 things. Dang. 7 if you count them being Japanese. You know. Also, 1952, Steven Seagal, a U.S. actor, producer, and martial artist.
And all around fat fuck.
Yeah. Have you seen the Steven Seagal cartoons? Like the old ones?
I've seen one of them.
From the Waffle Boys? No, the Toilet Boys. Sorry, the Toilet Boys.
I've seen one of them when you helped the old man tell time.
Yeah, punched right through his head. It's 3 o'clock.
I was like, bam! 4 o'clock. Also, in 1957, Akilos Dangote, Nigerian businessman who co-founded Dangote Group. Wow.
3 years later, 1960, Steve Bisciotti, a U.S. businessman who co-founded Allegis Group.
Also, 1962, Steve Trasker, U.S. footballer, player, and sportscaster.
1970, we have Q-Tip, a U.S. rapper, producer, and actor, and his real name is Kamal Ibn John Farid. All right. Wow, that picture really does make him look like a Q-tip.
I'll call the next one after this.
Why don't you take these next 2?
Okay. Also in 1972, Craig Casalu, Estonian computer programmer who co-created Skype.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
Skype was...
Also in 1974, David Harbour, U.S. actor. He played Hopper in Stranger Things. He played Hellboy in the 2019 Hellboy.
Okay.
And he played Red Guardian in Black Widow.
I've only seen one of those movies, and that was Hellboy. But he was also apparently in Suicide Squad. I think the crap one with the bad Joker. Whatever his name is. So... Anyway, 1979, Kenyon Coleman, a U.S. football player.
Damn. Also, in Oregon to death, 879, Louis the Emperor, King of West Francia.
A stammerer. Did he stammer a lot? He's like a Bible. I don't know. Doing another significant time jump here. In 1500, we have Michel Tarshanitoiota Maroulis, a Greek scholar and poet.
Also, another time jump, 1704, Wilhelm Egon von Furstenberg, German cardinal.
Yep. And jumping on up another couple hundred years, in 1909, we have Algernon Charles Swinburne was died on this date. He was an English poet, playwright, novelist, and critic.
1950, we have Sir C. Carmack, Turkish field marshal and politician who was the second prime minister of Turkey.
Kakmak. What a name, Kakmak. 1965, Lloyd Kastner, a U.S. race car driver who founded Kastner Motor Racing Division.
1981, Howard Thurman, U.S. author, philosopher, and civil rights activist.
2 years later, 1983, Issam Sartawi died on this date. He was a Palestinian activist. Team Palestine.
Also, 1985, Theseus Varus, Greek chieftain of the Macedonian struggle.
The Macedonian struggle was a series of social, political, cultural, and military conflicts that were mainly fought between Greek and Bulgarian subjects who lived in Ottoman Macedonia between 1893 and 1908. Interesting. This into the underbar here.
Also in 2004, Gakip Sabachi, Turkish businessman and philanthropist who founded Sabachi Holdings.
2005, we have Wally Tax, a Dutch singer-songwriter, and that just reminded me there's nothing guaranteed in life except death and taxes. So, and he got both.
Also, 2012, Barbara Buchholz, German theremin player and composer.
And theremin is, for those of people who do not know, a theremin is a musical instrument that is unlike anything else around. It plays off of the electromagnetic disturbances. So there's a vertical wire, and then there's a horizontal coil and such, and then depending on your position and movement and what you do with your hands, it reads your electromagnetic that's coming from your fingertips, and it makes different sounds. And there's a really amazing video out there. Actually, let me look it up real quick because I want to add this into the underbar. Of somebody playing Over the Rainbow on a theremin, and it sounds like something out of space. Theremin.
Why you say that? 2015, Judith Malaya, German-U.S. actress and director who co-founded the Living Theater.
What was the Living Theater? Let me look this up here. Copy and paste this. The Living Theater is a U.S. theater company founded in 1947 and based in New York City. It is the oldest experimental theater group in the United States. For most of its history, it was led by its founders, actress Judith Malina and painter-poet Julian Beck. Interesting. And before I add that in the underbar, I'm going to read this last death here. In 2016, we have Howard Marks, a Welsh cannabis smuggler, writer, and legalization campaigner. Well, I champion this man, too. Good guy. Did I add then the link here to this? Living Theater. Copy. Paste. And hold on a second. That concludes the show. Once again, check the underbar for any links that you may be interested in, which also includes
Sohin TV on Twitch.
Yep, he plays Dead by Daylight and some other games, and he's rather entertaining. We're going to be having Muffin's YouTube as an underbar link here pretty soon, perpetually. Because he's on vacation. He's going to be doing a compilation video and everything, and so hopefully we'll get that up sometime within this next week. But anyway, for your dose of Past Events Daily, we stream every day between 12 and 3 o'clock p.m. Pacific time.
2 to 5 Central.
Yep. I am A.O. Xander.
I am Senor Musior.
I thought we were going for like Muerte or something type of theme. Anyway, yeah. Until you see us tomorrow, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles.